What's up, Major League Hacking? My name is Walt Ribeiro, and I am a Linode developer advocate. So what we're going to be showing you today is how to get a server started using Linode. So we have two really good ways of doing it. But before we do that, to get you started on, you building your own server, we have here a promo just for you, a local hack day. It is a $100 credit that you can use to build your server and your website. So let's just get into it. So the first thing that you want to do after you get this credit, you want to sign up, put your credentials there, and then that will take you to linode.com. And then, you would just log in. So when you first log in, the first thing that you're going to see is this page. Now, there's a lot going on here, but the two parts that we're going to be focusing on here are on the left side. So we have this Linodes, and then we have this other part that's called object storage. Now, if you're confused, Linode has the best documentation in the world. So we have these links here that you can press. It will take you over to the documentation of how to get your server started or your object storage started or whatever. So let's just do that. So the first thing I want to do is create a Linode. Now there's a bunch of settings here, so let me just walk you through them. So the first thing that we're going to do is we have to create our image. So our distro, we have everything from CentOS to Fedora to CoreOS to Debian. I want to choose something simple, like Ubuntu 20. Next is going to be our region. So Linode has 11 different databases, 11 different data centers, and they're all throughout the world. So we have ones four in America, we have one that's in Canada, we have ones in Europe and in Asia. You want to choose one that's closest to you. This has to do with what's called pinging, and it's the idea that when information has to travel further, it takes longer. And the difference is only maybe a few milliseconds, but it starts to add up. So what we're going to do is, because I'm based in Philadelphia, just right outside of the Linode headquarters, I want to choose Newark, New Jersey. So the next is we want to create a plan. And the great thing with these plans is that they're really affordable. So our most basic plan is our Nanode, which is the 1 gigabyte for $5 a month. So you can start to see that your $100 credit goes a pretty long way. It's plenty for you trying to get this thing started, trying to learn a little bit, just experiment back and forth. So I'm going to choose a Nano, just a 1 gig, $5 a month. You can see here that the pricing, it's less than a penny per hour. And I'll just continue going down, and I'll give this a name. I'll give this, I'll call it, Walt Major League Hacking. How's that? Okay. So tags, I'll say Major League Hacking, okay? And I'll give it a password, okay? And we don't have to worry about any SSH keys or anything there, and I'm just gonna create this. So let me just create that. Oh, let me go here. Okay, so now what we have here is that we've just created our first Linode. And right now it says that it's provisioning. So if I were to grab this IP address, you'll see that it's not live yet. I'm getting this circle here. There's nothing really happening, because what we have to do is that we have to create this server once it's done booting. So right here it's yellow. When this turns green, then you know that it's ready to go. Okay. So we're going to just take I guess another minute or two. And while that's going on, the next thing that I'm going to show you is called object storage. So that's over here. So there's two ways of doing this. With object storage, you really just need two files to create your website. You need a CSS file and an HTML file. And then doing it this way with a Linode is it's much beefier. You would use an Apache 2 server and things like that. So now that this is going, I'm going to copy this. You'll start to see that it's still not live yet, because what we got to do is we have to go into our terminal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch our Lish console, okay? And it's our terminal that lets us access our server without using SSH. So with all these you can look at the documentation. Like I said, that Linode has the best docs, the best customer support. So let me just go here, and it's going to say, what's your login? Well, my login, if you remember, the login is going to be root, and my password, what I put in earlier. Oh, let me just retype my password. I'm going too fast, right? I gotta I gotta slow down. So our password now, oh, it said I put in the wrong password. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Okay. It's tough to talk and put in a password at the same time, apparently. Okay, so now we're in. So what we want to do, since we're in our server here, is we're just going to do apt install and then Apache 2. And with this Apache 2, we're going to have there be no spaces here on the Apache 2 part. We're going to press enter. Now, so, and then it's going to give you a pop-up. Says, do you want to continue? I'm just going to press enter for yes, or I could put Y for yes. A cool little fun fact is that when on that enter screen, that the Y was capital and then the N was lowercase, if you were to press enter, then it defaults to whatever the capital letter was. So I could have pushed capital Y, like I could have done capital Y in the terminal and then press enter, or I could have just pressed enter, and in both ways it would have worked. So now that we set up our server and we set up our Apache, I'm going to close this out. Let's grab the IP address, and if the demo gods are with us, it should work. So there it is. There, good, it worked. So just like that, in what? It's been 7 minutes. I started at 101. It's now 108. In less than 10 minutes, we set up our own server. There's more work to do, but we've got most of it chugging along. So you can see here that our server is running, and just so that I want you to not have to spend too much money on trying to experiment with these, that when you want to stop paying for your trial, or if you want to turn something off, if you did turn off the server, then you would still be paying for your Linode, because the way it works is when you're setting up a Linode, you're actually renting out that computer. So although the computer is turned off, you still kind of own that real estate, that physical space. So just turning it off doesn't stop the payment of your $100 credit. If you were to turn this off, you would actually have to, let's see what it says here. Are you sure that you want to power off? I'll say yes. So after we power it off, if you wanted to delete it, you would actually have to come into here and then press delete. That stops all the payments. You can see here that it says shutting down. And then sometimes it says, it's not saying it there, but sometimes you can't delete a Linode until after it's powered off. So that's the first way. Okay. We've done a lot so far just in 10 minutes. Let's do it the second way. And that's through object storage. So like I said, you can build a website with just 2 files. So let's do that. So let's create a bucket. Okay. And I'll call this, not very original, but I'll call it Walt Bucket. Okay. A region, again, I'm in Newark. And enable object storage. Yes. That's saying that in your account, you have to enable object storage. And that one button actually just enables it in your account without having you to go into your account here. So now we've created our bucket, but there's still a little bit more work to do. I have these 2 files here on my desktop. Okay. And one is our index.html. This is eventually what the website's going to look like. And then I got the CSS. And the HTML is the way that the website, well, it's all the text of the site. It's like the information. And the CSS is how it's going to be, I guess, colored, right? So, like that, the HTML is, I have a book, and the CSS is, this is the color of the book. This is the size of the book. So, all right. So now that we have that, let's go into our bucket. I'm just going to click on my name there, and I'm going to say, let's add these files. So let's go into our presentation. And first thing I want to do is I'm not going to upload our CSS file first. What I want to do is just upload our normal index file. And if I go, so let me do this first. I'm going to go here. It's going to just show me my XML data. Okay. So there's nothing here. So you're probably wondering why can't I see it first? Well, because of security, Linode has all the files that you upload into your object storage. It defaults to being private. So after you upload, let me actually do this again. If we click here, and after I get this pop-up here, I'll go to access controls and I'll go to public read and then save it. Now we have a file that's not only uploaded, but now because I overpassed those security settings. It's now, a live site that people can read. So here's what the website looks like. Like I mentioned, this is just the information of the website. So it's everything that we have here, but then you're probably wondering, like, why doesn't it look like this, right? Like if I were to click on this HTML, why doesn't it look like that with the green button, with the green box, with the gray box underneath? And what we're going to do is upload our CSS. So let's go here and let's upload. Let's go to Browse Files again. I'll upload our CSS file. Okay. And now, well, let me just show you this first. Let me actually close this out. And I'll open this up again. Now you're going to see, hey, why isn't the CSS file, showing up? Because you just uploaded it. Don't forget, after you upload it, you have to make it public. So I'm going to click on the name, style.css. I'm going to click on access control, public read, and save. Now, both my index file and my style.css are both public. So now if I go into my index.html, now here's our website. Now, this looks great, but what if you wanted to change something? So let's say like I wanted to change the word, like, instead of this site is hosted on Linode Object Storage, what if I wanted to change it to something simple, like, like this Walt site is hosted on Linode, is hosted on Linode's Object Storage. So one way, oh, and by the way, here's the link if you wanted to download the credit. It's linode.com/hackday. So let me go back here and say, well, you know what? Let's actually go into the link here. I'm going to double click on it, go into my editor, and I'm going to say this Walt site, and I'm going to save it. Okay, nothing crazy. Just I'm going to show you that you can edit a file and re-upload it. Now, you would think delete the old file and then re-upload it. You don't have to worry about doing that. You simply go into your new file, which says Walt site, okay? Or, yours wouldn't say Walt site, but I mean, it could be if you wanted to call it that. Okay, so now it's going to say, hey, you already have a file here that's called index.html. And I say, yes, let's replace it. So we didn't do anything crazy. We just simply replaced it. But notice when you upload a new file, it's private. So let's make it public. Let's save it. And then let's go back here. And let's go into our index.html. Click on the link, and now here's our new site live. So here it is, Walt Bucket US East 1 linodeobjects.com/index.html. It's now updated in real time. This is a live website that if you went to this URL right now, it would be there. So those are the two ways of starting your own website using Linode. And if you had any questions, we have a lot that we teach about on our Linode YouTube channel, which is just youtube.com/Linode. And we have things like, peer-to-peer, Linux firewall, brute force protection. I talk about like IPv6. We talk about object storage. We talk about, helping out, with your website. There's a lot that we talk about, and it's new content that we release. You can even see the upload times here. 2 days ago, 4 days ago, 6 days ago, 6 days ago, 1 week ago. So these are very recent videos that we're constantly adding to add value to you, to help you along the way with any questions you have, or to help your development, growth. So here's a really quick map that I want to show you of our data centers. We have 11, like I had mentioned. We have 4 in America, 1 in Canada, Europe, Asia. So they're all over. And, we feel like that we covered, a lot of the world so that you would have a very fast experience with Linode. So if you had any questions about the pricing, so with your $100 credit, here's the link to all the pricing. It would just be simply linode.com/pricing. And so with your link here of linode.com/hackday, with that $100 credit, once you sign up, it would cover you for a lot. I mean, here's what you can get for $100 a month. These first 4 plans here, 5 plans. So 1 gig, 2 gig, 4 gigs, 8 gig, 16 gigs for just $80 a month. So that's it. And so let me just go over here and make sure that we covered everything. Let me see if there are any questions. If not, let me actually go, let me see. let me actually go into over here. Let me see if there are any questions. Let's see. Okay, so we got developer student community. We have a question here from Ayush0730. What is check in code? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by what is check in code. Let's see. So question here, can you have a custom backend like Flask or Node.js, etc.? I would have to, you can talk to Linode Support. It's actually support@linode.com if you wanted to email them any of those specific backend questions. They're, like I was saying, they're like the best when it comes to like just our support and our documentation, and they can answer any kind of like question like that. I don't know all the answers about like, running. Well, we do have a MERN stack setup. Like I can actually go here and show you, like if I were to go here in our, let's see, in our Linodes, we actually have, oh here, would it be, oh no, it wouldn't be, yeah, here. So in our marketplace, we actually have mean and MERN setups. So if you wanted to do things like with Node, so let me see if I can find it here. So, we have Flask, Drupal. These are just one-click installs through our marketplace. I can't seem to find the mean stack one. Oh, here, MERN. So we have the MERN stack. So that has Node on the back end. So you would have Mongo, Express, React, and Node. But so hopefully that answers some of your questions. Let's keep going. When my Linode is shut down. Oh wait, let's see that question. When my Linode is shut down, does it still cost me any money? Yes, it does. When you shut it down, you're still paying for the physical space of that Linode. The way that you would want to shut it down, so with the object storage, in fact, I'm still paying for the object storage, right? Because I didn't delete anything. So this is a perfect example. I would have to actually fully wipe out that Linode. So I'm going to press delete here on the right-hand side. It's going to say, hey, Walt bucket, do you really want to delete that? And then I'm going to say, yes. You have to put in the name of your bucket, and then you have to say, delete that bucket. And now it's fully deleted. So bucket, Walt bucket. Oh, okay. So it's saying here, Walt bucket is not empty. Please delete all the objects inside the bucket. So let's go into here. So I got to delete the 2 files that we uploaded. So delete. Let's go back into Walt bucket. Okay, let me go into my objects. Here we go. And now if I press delete, let's type this in, Walt bucket. Now I can delete it. Okay, so there, it's wiped out. So you being billed for object storage but do not have any buckets, you can cancel. So after you delete the bucket, you have to go into your account and then turn off object storage. So it's kind of like a 3-part thing. You would want to turn it off. You'd want to delete, well, I guess 4-part. Turn it off, delete the files inside of your object storage. Then you want to delete the object storage. Then you want to go into your account and say, cancel all billing for the object storage. I would click on it right now. If I did, you would see all of like my personal information, but in there is a setting that says, do you want to turn off object storage payment? So you can create this, try it out. You would have plenty. I mean, the way it works is that when you're running these, that your object storage covers you for the $5 per month on your object storage, covers you up to 250 megabytes of data transferring back and forth. So that's plenty of your $100 credit. And for those who are new, your $100 credit is just linode.com/hackday. So let me go back. These comments are fun. Let's go back to some of these comments. Can we host a Minecraft server on Linode? Yes. Let me go here. Let's go back into Marketplace. This is over the scope of what I was going to teach, but let's go here, and you can see here we do have a Minecraft server here, Minecraft. So here's our Minecraft Java edition, and in fact, on our YouTube channel, one of our advocates, Garner, he actually had a really good video about setting up how to set up a Minecraft server, how to host a Minecraft server using Linode. He just uploaded it 3 weeks ago. So if you want to, do a Google search for it, it's just called Easy Minecraft Custom Server Setup 2021. Or you can go to linode.com or youtube.com/Linode. And then it's like, one of the videos from like about three weeks ago. So yeah, there's a lot that you can do on Linode. You can set up servers, you can set up websites. We have a marketplace that is really thriving with what we have over 1 million developers, that contribute to the marketplace. So it's a really good community. You can contribute to it using stack scripts. So let's see. Hey, if I don't have a credit card, can I sign up for Linode? I don't have that answer. You would have to, for that question specifically, well, here, let me just highlight it here. For this question specifically, I don't know the answer to it. Just email support@linode.com and they would get back to you. Any questions that I can answer, I'm more than happy to answer though. That's one that I don't know. Okay, so this person's saying, let's see. Ashpray is saying it's not accepting credit or debit card. Okay. Talk to support. They would help you out. Do Linode provides IAM policy? I don't know. Again, that's a support question. Let's see. If you have questions about your account being rejected, that's a support question as well. Let's keep going with these. I just tried out a simple HTML file. It's amazing. Okay, so yeah, so look at this. Dexter says, I just tried out a simple HTML file. It's amazing how easy it is. Yeah, it's super easy. And the great thing is, so you want to make sure that your HTML file is linked correctly to your CSS file. One of the problems that I had before was inside my HTML file. Let me actually show you. I mean, if you're a developer, you would probably know most of these. But inside your HTML, so if I were to change the name, let me just do a demo. It's like, show, don't tell. So let me go into, let's go back here. Let's go back into object storage. Let's create a bucket. And wait, let me see what's it's saying there. Yeah, so create a bucket. I'll call this Walt Bucket 2. So what I want to show you really quick is that if you find that something's maybe not working for you, the biggest problem sometimes is because the file names don't match. So let me go into my Walt bucket. And what I'll do is, instead of calling this index.html and then style.css, I'll call this, styles1.css. So now what I'm going to do is let me upload this. Let me make sure I don't have any comments highlighted. I don't think I do. Let me double check. Do I? No, I don't. Okay. All right. So let me go back here. We only have 6 minutes, so I gotta make this fast. So let's upload those 2 files, okay? Now remember, we have to go into this one, make it public, save it, okay? Now I got to go into this one, style1.css, and make that public. Now the problem here is you're going to see that even though I go to my index.html, it's not going to show the entire website being live. Like, why is my CSS not live there? It's because I changed the file name. Inside my HTML file over here, I'm linking here to styles.css. So there's one of 2 ways that I can fix this. I can either change this name to say styles-1.css so that it's linked in the header file, or I can change my actual file name into styles.css. So either the names here have to match or the names in the header has to match. It doesn't matter which one you do, but you can't have this one say styles-1 CSS and this one say styles.css. So I'll make this styles-1 CSS, okay? And let me see. I'll save this HTML file. I'll close this out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this HTML file. So let's go into Browse. I'm going to replace this. You can see here, the same site, replace. I'm going to go into my HTML file. I'm going to say, make it public, save. Okay, get out of that. Now when I go to my website, now everything is saved. And notice that the new HTML file that I uploaded actually has the, oh wait, let me actually go to the file itself. It actually has styles-1.css. So you can see here that the naming structure, this is called styles-1 CSS, and the index is now able to find that file. So if you're creating your first website using Linode, this is a common problem that most people, not most people, but this is a common problem that you might have trying to set up. So if you do see a problem, read our documentation, talk to people within the forums, talk to support, and maybe just think about it logically in your head. Like, okay, let me backtrack and see if there's anything that maybe I changed, or maybe maybe I knocked like something off. Remember, it just takes one character being off for the code to not work sometimes. So that's one example. Hopefully that will help you out in the future trying to set it up. Okay, yeah. So Major League Hacking here is saying you can create an account with a debit card too. Most are accepted. Some form of payment is needed to get started. Okay. So let me call out this one too. Okay. So they did it twice. Oh, okay. So it was all three accounts: one on Facebook, one on YouTube, one on Twitch. Got it. Let's see. You can use. Okay. So Rosen is saying about the payment. What's the minimum price required for a deployment and using storage? Well, let's just go here. Hopefully I can answer that question. If you go into your Linodes, if you create a Linode, the minimum price, your Nano, the minimum would be $5 a month. So, and it's not it's $5 per month billed hourly. And so if you start the $5 server and you run it for a week and then you turn it off, you're only billed for the pro rata portion of the 1 week. So it's less than a penny per hour for whatever a week is. I don't know, like 170 hours or something, like whatever that is, 24 hours a day times 7 hours, or times 7 days. So you only cap out at $5 per month after the month, if that makes sense. So hopefully that helps answer some of your questions. Again, I don't know all the payment structures, but I do know that if you wanted to do the object storage, create a bucket. Let me see. With the object storage, I do know that it's $5 per month for 250 megabytes of data. So, and let's go back to some of these comments here. What is the code? Well, the code, so here, Shubham is saying, what's the code? Well, the code would be, it could be anything. It could be any HTML file that you want. If you wanted to find like a basic, like generic HTML code, there are plenty you can find for like starter code. I'm sure if you just Google, like index.html, like default starter code or something, I'm sure there's a lot of, like examples that you can find. So, but HTML is relatively simple. You wouldn't have a hard time learning it and getting your website set up. So, what is the special access code? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by special access code. Does it show any graphs or charts on how much am I using? That's a good question. I think on the bottom here, well, your monthly network transfer pool, that's not, let me see about that. Again, talk to Linode Support. They have all of those specifics. So I don't want to give it an answer that I'm not entirely sure about. We're actually at 1:30 p.m. So let me make it the full 30 minutes and try and just wrap this up. Oh, cool. Okay, so their account is created. Saying thank you. This is a really good question. I don't have the answer to that, but I'm sure that it's. Oh, you know what? In your Linode account, when you log in here. I think when you first log in your account settings, you would see all of your servers. And I think that in there, it shows you your data usage. I would think, okay, so Major League Hacking is here, is saying, let's see. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Okay. Let me see if there's any more questions here. And Linode with an exclamation mark. Oh, that's actually a good question. So Mary, Stark Starkazard, I like that name. Starkazard is asking, is it Linode with the question mark, or is it Linode with the exclamation point? I don't think so. I would think maybe not. I don't know, try both, see what works. But okay, so that's everything. I hope that this helps you out a little bit, or a lot of bit of the two ways. So let me just recap with everything. To set up your account on Linode, you would just go to linode.com/hackday, set this up. It gives you $100 credit. If you have questions about anything, you can use the documentation. There's links here. If you go to our object storage, there's a link here for our docs right here. You click on that. It takes you to our documentation. Then over here, if you have questions about the pricing, it's linode.com/pricing. If you have questions about where our data centers are, where you're located, so you can ping things faster, we have 11. You can just look here. This is where we're all located around the world. Our Linode YouTube channel is youtube.com/Linode. And our cloud manager is Linode, or is cloud, well, Linode, it's cloud.linode.com. So what I showed you today was everything was in our cloud manager. And that sets you up with your website here that we just created using those two examples. With our Linode, well, we set up a nanode, and the other way of doing it was through object storage. So we did those two ways really fast. I mean, we did two really fast and effective ways, all within, less than 30 minutes. So that's basically it. So let me just, I guess I'll hang out in the chat until the stream ends, and that's it. So I guess I'll turn off. Well, should I keep on? Are we waiting for another person to come on, or should I just maybe show them a couple other things? So if Linode can leave a message in the chat room and just let me know if I can keep talking, or how we should do this. How are you doing? Thanks for the. Oh well, so how? Okay. Well, I'm doing well. Having a fun time, trying to get this demo going, trying to get things. Oh, I still had that logo set up. Sorry about that. Keep talking. Okay, all right. So here, let me just. So while I'm going to keep talking. Oh, I think I have that comment highlighted. Let me turn that off. Okay, yeah. So let's go here. All right. So let's walk through our Linode Cloud Marketplace. Okay. So there were questions about, do we have Minecraft? Do we have Node.js? The answer for most of these things is yes. We have Jitsi, which is setting up like a camera, almost like your own, like, I guess like proprietary Zoom server, like a camera, like VoIP conference. So we have it here, it's free to set up. So, well, that's with your Linode. Let me actually see. Okay, so you can set up WordPress. You might be familiar with Docker and Kubernetes. Again, we covered not a lot, but we covered many of these topics on our YouTube channel. I covered videos on Kubernetes and Docker. Gardner covered a lot of videos on Nextcloud. So, he just did that video before about Minecraft. Let's see what else we have. Drupal, if you like setting up a website with Drupal, you also have the option of doing WordPress, depending on what your CMS that you prefer. We have Flask, Grafana, Guacamole, Jenkins. So if you like the whole CI/CD pipeline, again, I covered an awesome video about that on our YouTube channel here, where I talk here about CI/CD pipelines. So I talk a little bit about, just setting up things so that you can fully automate your life. So, well, I guess like your developer life. The idea that you write code once with a bunch of other people, and it gets checked. So you set up a series of tests, of like automated tests, that when you push the code doesn't get passed. It doesn't get green lighted until it passes these series of checklists. So that's like one of the things that we have here with Jenkins. Let me go back into I'm trying to find our marketplace. Let me see if here it is. Okay, so there's our marketplace. We have LIMP. If you prefer, like PHP or Python, that's what the P stands for. Let's see what else we got. We have MySQL, okay, with databases. Plex, we've got Plesk, We have Prometheus. There's a whole lot here, and it's way too much to cover within one stream. But oh, by the way, if Linode's trying to get in touch with me, I can't see the chat. So let me actually see really quick if Linode is trying to get in touch with me. You know, like when you're doing things live, sometimes like they're not going to pop on screen. So let me just make sure that they're, you know, not trying to get in touch with me in some other way. Let me go here. So let me see. We have, okay, yeah. So you can set up a VS Code server, WireGuard if you like, like security. And so like security is a big thing for Linode too, is that you can see that when you upload a file using, let's say, well, here in our object storage, when we uploaded the file, it defaulted to private. And so, just it's a security thing that Linode, really does care. So let's see, let's go back to the comments. Yeah, cool, no problem. Shabam. Let's see. Who even prefers PHP? Oh man, that's a rough one. Let's see. My man ranting on PHP. Hey, I'm trying. Like whatever it takes to have you all learn. That's what I care about. Plug your YouTube channel here. Yeah, so the YouTube channel is linode.com/ or youtube.com/Linode. And we're Linode all over. So if you want to go to our Twitter page, it's twitter.com Linode. Let me go to that. Twitter.com/Linode. Press enter. Here's our YouTube page. So we're pretty much /Linode on all of our internet sites. So on YouTube, on Twitter, whatever. So let's go back here. Still some pages are running on it. TF2 server, yes, finally. Yeah, so yeah, if you wanted to set up a Team Fortress server, that's on you. A lot do use it, but I don't know anyone that prefers it. Oh, are you referring to setting up? Oh, you're referring to PHP. There are these conversations inside of conversations. Let's see. I bought Linode everywhere or just got lucky. Well, it's a pretty unique name. I don't think anyone's name, was Linode. It's a pretty unique, name. So yeah, I think it's just like, Twitter gets started in 2007 and Linode's open. I mean, I'm guessing it's like, so, okay. So Starker Start is Starker Start. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, it's very chat inception over here. So how's everyone doing? Type 1 if you're having a really good day. Type 2 if you're having like an okay day. Here, I'll join. So Linode's been around since 2003. I'll put in a 1. Okay, good. Okay, good. We're seeing a couple ones here. It's good to know. All right, so Linode has been around since, so let me just mention, Linode's been around since 2003 before AWS. So that's really important to mention because Linode is, not just the best, but they're the first. And their support is always there to help you. We have, we have a 2. Hold on. Okay, all right, we're here. Let's, hopefully this demo turned your 2 into a 1. Blank is saying having a really bad day over here. Come on, Blank, come on. Let's see. So Starker Star was saying that Linode started when they were 3. So does Linode offer any open source contribution opportunities? Yeah. So let me show you. I actually did a video on this earlier. I say earlier. I did it weeks ago. But in terms of like if you wanted to contribute, we have what are called stack scripts. And they're scripts that start at the time that you power up a Linode. So, it could be anything. It could be, you want to fire up like an application or any kind of like, like bash file. So if you wanted to, let me actually go here. You see here that we have, for our searches, you can, you can search your own stack scripts, or you can search what the community submits as a stack script. And we have stack scripts on like everything. This is just like one example of the Linode community. So you can start to see here of like what people have contributed. So if you wanted to create a Linode and maybe someone else has already written like a really effective bash script, that why should you have to create one yourself? You actually just deploy this as part of your Linode. And it's, let me just walk through a couple examples, like here, this one, cPanel takes an hour to install, track the installation progress in the Lish console. The Lish console, that's what I was showing you here. Let me just create this. I'll create another Linode. Let me go here. Oh no, we're not in Atlanta. We're not in Atlanta anymore, right? Oh, I'll do W. Let me do Ubuntu. I tend to, I'm biased with Ubuntu. Okay, this is all the same. I'll call this the same password. Okay, so let's create that Linode. Now, let me exit out here. So in our Lish console, okay, you can go into your Lish console using SSH, but we don't have to really worry about that right now. If you want to launch your Lish console, it's right here. And Lish is short for Linode Bash. So it's our own terminal, that gives us full access to our server. Now the server's still setting up. So you can see that it's still booting. So the Lish console isn't going to really be active yet. There's nothing really for it to reach out and grab yet. So, but once that's set up, if you go into your stack scripts, you can go into here and just say, I don't know, there was that one about cPanel in the community stack scripts. And let me just type in here cPanel. And yeah, so if you wanted to, add this to your Linode, I'll just go here, deploy new Linode. Okay, oh yeah, so you would actually have to go into, I believe it's in here. Where was it? Well, somewhere's in here, I would be able to attach that stack script to my Linode, or you can go into your stack scripts and say, I like this. I'm going to choose the cPanel one. Okay, let's just go back to cPanel. And then I can, excuse me. And then I can launch a new Linode using that stack script. You can see here, it's part of the stack script. Create a Linode, awesome, done, choose the region again. So in terms of like the open source community, you can contribute in many different ways, stack scripts being one of them. Let's go back to the comments here. I was showing that question I was highlighting that question the entire time. Sorry about that. Does Linode offer some on-demand service? It would be really good for something like a Minecraft server. We don't play Minecraft 24/7, and it'd be a pain to set up and destroy it again and again. It's a good question. I don't have the answer to that question. Gardner, who's our other developer advocate, knows all about setting up a Minecraft server. Or you can just talk to support@linode.com, send them an email. They would be able to answer. Or maybe they can answer here in the comments. So you know what? I didn't even, I did. Look at this. I'm sitting here going, I want a glass of water because I'm talking so much. And I didn't plan to talk this much. And here it is. I got the water. Wait, let me just drink this water. Okay, I'm back. So, so like for making a MERN stack app, I can write a script which installs stuff and do things for setup, right? That would be correct. Yes. Yes. But it would be at launch. And I'm not sure about like how deep and how far that whatever you want to do with a stack script, I'm not sure of how, I guess, complex you wanted to take it, but depending, you might be able to do some things, you might not. So again, you got to like just double check, because I haven't done a whole lot with like building stack scripts and deploying them for anything intense, like with a Minecraft server. If you're posting about this session on socials, remember to use the hashtag AW. Oh no, that's not the right hashtag. Yeah, I know. I gotta stay hydrated. So here's Garner's Minecraft server. Thanks for that link in the chat there. His tutorials are great. he's actually a lot of fun too. So I don't see any other questions over here. I hope I'm not overstaying too, Linode. I hope I'm not overstaying my welcome. I was only going to do this till 1:30. I don't want to turn off the broadcast though. If someone else is still, oh, my Twitter, my Twitter is just Walt Rib, WALTRIB. So it's my name. It's just my first name and then the first 3 letters of my last name, Walt Rib. Yeah. So you're good to stay on the stream, Walt. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. No. It's fun having you here, man. Oh, is it fun? Okay. Well, here, let me, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't planning on going past 1:30, really 1:31 because I started at 1:01. So I'm trying to think if we have a game. I'm trying to think if any like software development games. Like I don't know. I should have thought of something. Like create like a secret like HTML file and kind of like that the chat can communicate to it. Or I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I don't know if there's like a software developer Wheel of Fortune or or something. Is there? So I've been seeing these questions before about extra points. I don't know what that is. Is there any special code for extra point? I don't know what extra point is. So again, that's a question for support. Let's see here. It's Linode. Let's see. You're good. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see. Linode. Okay, so here. Use the code Linode at hackp.ac. Okay. I don't know. The special code is Linode. Redeem it here. I don't know if these links are legit links. I don't know where they go to. If they're like link forwarded, I don't know. We have a lot of software developers, smart computer people in the chat room. I shouldn't be calling out some of these chats unless I know that those links are legit. I do know though that linode.com/hackday is a legit page that takes you here. Yeah. So, all right. Let's go over here. Let's see. No, it's fine. It's fine. You're saying, let's see. Yes. No, those are the legit. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. So those are the legit check-in links. Okay, cool. So, I'm trying to think like what else I can do here. I didn't think of anything. I do have. Let me actually walk you through. Well, here let me just walk you through our YouTube channel. Show you all the cool stuff that we have. Our videos. So you can see here with our very kind of like eye candy thumbnails. Creating a chat app through Python. Valheim dedicated server. If you wanted to like he like that, Garner shows you a lot of like dedicated server stuff. So if you go to Marketplace, here's our Valheim one here. So, just a few clicks and and you're in. So let's go back here. Chat. Oh, you know what? I'm getting, spaced out here. I gotta stay on the one track here. I got the chat going on, then this and other notes. So yeah, we've got, Linux server monitoring. Sua, she's incredible. She knows so much. Here she's showing you about our command line. So the Linode CLI, that was what I was showing you with like our Lish console. So node balancers, that's the idea of like how our servers can expand and contract in real time to best suit your web traffic and to save you money. So it's this idea that like, think like for like, I guess like one analogy is like when you're sleeping, the lights don't have to be on unless you want to sleep with your lights on. But, if you didn't want to, you would turn your lights off when you went to sleep. That's basically what a node balancer does. Is like when things are quiet, when traffic is lower, then it will contract I guess the power, well, not the power, but it will contract some of the needs of the server. So that's what a node balancer does, is the idea of like making things more efficient, sending data in certain ways, so that things are just, efficient. So block storage, guacamole, and again, like the guacamole was here in our server. I think it was in the bottom, right? Is my memory serving me? Wait, where was it? Oh, do I have to, let me do guac. Here we go, there. So right there. GitLab. Okay, so Linode has an awesome GitLab, doc too. So, and again, if you wanted to go to linode.com and you just do a search here, then if I type in like, I don't know, GitLab, okay, you can search our site, and we have all of these documentations, or all of these docs for GitLab and machine learning and Cloud Run and a bunch of other things. So any questions that you had, you're totally backed up with Linode. We have 24/7 customer support. We have great documentation. We have a great community. And, anything that you had, if it's late at night, you're scratching your head trying to build something, we pretty much have it covered. So, all right, let's go back to some of the Q&A. Mary, isn't the submission on the daily form, not in the week-long form? I'm going to shout out your comment so that Mary sees it. So, and then here we have for Major League Hacking, check-in code is Linode. You can submit it on the week-long check-in form. Sorry for the confusion here, folks. No. We appreciate, Mary, we appreciate you, and we appreciate the clarification. So let's see. It's daily form according to the challenges page. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. Walt, how? Okay, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. How are volumes different from Linode? How are volumes different from Linode? Let's see what you got here. How are volumes different from? Well, we're not going to talk about volumes today right now. If you had any like specific questions about volume, I don't know all the answers about the Linode volumes, so I'm going to step back from answering any volume questions. I'm going to stay in my lane of like, those questions are Linode support questions. So, yeah. So let's go here. Let's see. Casually shrugs. Okay. All right. So let's go over. I guess that's everything. I guess. Man, we talked about so much here. Should we? Okay. So yeah. Okay. So if you join late, let me actually show you a niche. So over here, I'm going to show you if you join. If for those who are just joining, okay. So what you want to do is if you wanted to set up. So what I did is I spent about 30. Now it's been about 40, 50. It's been 55 minutes. Wait, no, has it been 50? Yeah, it has been. So what we did today is that we set up a Linode website using two different ways. But when you want to set up a website, we have here for you, if you're just tuning in, you can go to linode.com/hackday, and that gives you a $100 credit for setting up a Linode, and for setting up your website on Linode. So after that, it takes you to your front page, which is our cloud manager. So this is what you have, and here, actually, let me just delete this. You wouldn't see this when you're first signing in. Delete. Okay, so this is what you're seeing, the first thing. So you would want to create a Linode. You walk through the image. You walk through your region or where you're living. You want to click someplace that's as close to you as possible, so that the information that you're sending back and forth has less to travel as possible. So I'm in Philadelphia, so I'm going to choose Newark, New Jersey. I'll choose a plan. So we just chose a plan. Again, give it a name. The default name here is just Debian-US.-East. You can give it a tag if you want to. You don't have to. I'll give it a tag of Major League Hacking. Give it a password. You have to give it like watch. If I don't give it a password, I say create Linode, and it says, hey, you must create a root password when deploying from an image. So okay, I'm sorry. You know, I didn't know the rules. But those are the rules. Now you're in. So that's what we did. So that right there, I just created a Linode in about, I don't know, a minute and 30 seconds maybe. So you take it, give it a couple minutes to provision. Once this turns green, then your Linode is ready. So you can start to kind of like setting up an Apache server that way. Logging into the Lish console without using SSH to talk to the server. So if you're just new to the stream right now, that's what I walked through. The second way that I did it is through object storage. There are two different ways of doing the same thing. I guess like you would say like the easier way of doing it is through object storage. You have your own local files here on your desktop. Okay, your index.html, your style1.css. Let me just turn to styles. I'll double click this. I'll change the styles1 into just styles, save it. Okay, now these two are talking to themselves. So what we did is we created a bucket, okay, give it a label. I'll call it bucket. I'm very original. Create bucket, enable object storage. Oh, buckets are, okay. Oh, this is a great teachable moment for everyone. The name bucket already exists in this region. Okay, so somewhere in the world, someone already named one of their buckets bucket within the Newark, New Jersey data center. Okay, now, so you would have to name it something unique. So if I name this Walt bucket, then there cannot be, like if I create a bucket named Walt bucket, I now own the name Walt bucket within that data center until I delete the bucket. But no one can ever name it Walt bucket. Oh, the other thing that I want to show you too is if I have all of these notes here. When I upload a file, okay, each file has its own unique URL. So notice here, like this URL here. Forget like the XML, but if you look here at the actual at the address, every file has its own unique URL. So let me just make this public and save that. And then here we have let me go to our index.html, make that public. See how that's unique compared to our CSS one. So let me go back here. I'll refresh this page, and that's the XML here. Let me go actually to HTML. There we go. Okay, so this is what we just created again. It's called Walt site again. I didn't mean to call it that, but anyway, yeah. So and notice here it says Walt-bucket.us-east. That's why, because I'm staking my claim on that URL on that website address there. So yeah. Now if I went to bucket, this would be a different one. This is someone else's page. So that's all. Let me go back to the comments. We're doing a lot of this going back and forth. Let's see. Join late. Yeah. So hopefully that helps you out, Nish. If you just joined late, don't worry about it. We're just having fun here. We're trying to create websites going back and forth. But then we also walked through the marketplace as well. So if I go here to marketplace, we were talking about like setting up different servers, like one-click servers really quick. Let me go here into our marketplace. So one-click WordPress, Valheim, Minecraft, CloudROM, Discourse, Cybele panel, Django, Flask. I mean, so many things here, and it's just growing and growing and growing. So, all right, let's see here. Yeah, and so I want to call this out again. The checking code is Linode, as everyone confirmed earlier. Let's play some surf or do portfolio reviews. It's like hosting's cPanel. I don't know, Nish. Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's 2 o'clock. I should probably wrap up, right? Okay. Let me go here. I can't see. Let me see here if they're trying to get in touch with me. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, I got a message here saying, "Hey, don't forget to close the name box." This was up for a good 10 minutes on the stream. So I'm sorry about that. So, are only people with credit cards able to create a Linode account? That's a question for Linode Support. Some people in the chat room, they were talking about like, I'm talking so much. Let me drink another water break. How's that? Hold on. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so Major League Hacking saying, or debit card. So yeah. Where to use it in the same form as the opening ceremony? I don't know. I don't know what opening ceremony is. Some of these comments I don't have all the answers to. Not some, a lot of them. But so okay, so it's been an hour. I think that's plenty. It gives you so much content for you to to check out, be a part of. So sign up, have fun, make some mistakes, just try and like experiment back and forth. Talk to the Linode support, talk to some of the community people here, maybe that you've made friends with someone today. And we hope that you have fun setting up your Linodes, and we're here to help you out. So we want to invest in you and help you out along the way within your developer career. So that's it. I'm gonna sign off. Like I don't want to sign off. Like if I sign off, does it kill the stream? Like am I supposed to hand the baton off to someone? Yeah. So they're saying if you have a question, use the Linode support ticket. So yeah, no problem. I'm repetition is important. So. Was this fun? Good. I'm glad. Looking forward to connecting with you. Yeah, cool. Okay. No, you can end the stream. I don't want to end the stream because it's so much fun talking to everyone. I'm seeing people are having fun and they're learning a lot. So no, all good things have to come to an end, I guess. So cool. Thanks, Rosen. Thanks. When you want, okay. You're saying when I want to. How about I just just chatting, right? Like just hang out for an hour now. So cool. Okay, I'm only gonna highlight the good comments. So all the bad ones, I'm not gonna highlight. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I hope that helps everyone. Any last questions that you got that I can maybe help answer for you? Oh, look, here's another nice comment. So I'm gonna have to highlight that one. So, okay, yeah. So my learning journey. Sure. I'll answer it really quick. I went to highlight of. Oh, look at that! I gotta highlight that comment. Okay, so my learning journey is, well, you don't know. I'm going to tell you is I went to school for music composition, so writing music, and then I played with an Arduino. Like throughout college, I played with my Arduino, so I was writing code in like C++, a lot of music programs. Like I was like creating pianos using an Arduino and doing other things too, having fun with it. And over the years, I was getting pretty good at writing code. About 2 years ago, I really dove headfirst into writing code, and that's when I really started getting into like the MERN stack and just trying to build stuff. There's just a lot that I've built now, and then I do some YouTube stuff. So when Linode needed a YouTube person to kind of talk about software development, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is like the triangular pillar, right? It's like Linode, a company that I love here in Philadelphia, and I know some people that work there, and like they talk about how great it is and like, how much they care about the community. And then it's like, plus it's software development and it's also, like YouTube stuff. So it's like this triple, you know, I guess like threat of like, oh my gosh, this is like such a cool thing that they're wanting to do. So it was starting here. So this is for Nish and for everyone else who's new. I also talked about our YouTube page, which is youtube.com/Linode. So anyway, it goes back to this is like, we were trying to start this YouTube page and, I thought it was like really cool. So I guess like that's my journey, right? It's like, you do one thing, you do another thing, and then it leads to another thing. And, so that's it. And then, I don't know. I hope that answers some of your questions. Okay. So resources for some beginners, for beginners to cloud. Okay. So me personally, when I was learning, when I was learning how to code, I bought, they're over here, but I bought books on like, let me see if I have it. So here, let me see. Let me actually see if I can just grab it really quick. Hey, what's up, Kays? Yeah, my day's been good. Up here, I'll show you. We have a bunch of these ones here. Here, like these ones. A couple threes, a couple twos. There was 1 9 in there, which I thought was funny. But the one was like, hey, if you're having a good day, type a 1. So I'm a 1 today. Everyone seems to be a 1. Maybe the average is like a 1.5, maybe 1.7 delta. So in terms of like what I learned is I just bought a ton of books on computer programming. I bought books on how to interview for computer programming. So the way I learned the most through how to write computer code is I became very good friends with like 3 or 4 people in Philadelphia, and we just Zoomed all day. Sometimes we would meet up at the Starbucks on the corner in Philadelphia, and we would just write code for hours. We would be on the phone calling back and forth, doing Zoom calls together, sharing code. GitLab was a big thing. I know that Linode has a really good GitLab community. So GitLab was a big thing where I can share my code with someone else, or we can do things together, with our repo, trying to build a small website. If I wanted to learn things like, okay, I have this idea that like, let's say I want to build a website that indexes all the books in the world or something, like whatever it is. How would you go about doing that? Well, you do it piece by piece, right? You start looking into like APIs, you start looking into like CSS, you start fine tuning your HTML code, you start learning a little bit about like Photoshop. So you can, I don't use Photoshop. I use what's called Pixelmator. It's similar to Photoshop. You start learning things like, designing the banner for the website or, just things like that. And also a big thing of it too is like when you're working on a team, you're not just learning together, but you're also getting in your brain the idea of repetition, because humans are repetitious like species. And so if you can get in your brain that, at 10 o'clock every morning, you're going to write code for 2 hours. It's like running, right? I mean, the first day it's tough. Then after a week, you start to kind of get used to it. And then after a month, like 2 months, it starts just becoming part of you, where like you start looking forward to it. So that's how I got really good at writing code. It's a kind of a little bit of an odd answer, but like I just wrote a lot of code, and I became a part of a community of people, 3 or 4 people here in Philadelphia that also wrote a lot of code. Oh, the other thing is like, So for me, my group, it's called Code for Philly, where I was part of a development team here in Philadelphia where we built, like an app. So it was just things like if someone was writing code in like React, I would just lean over and be like, hey, like, what are you doing over there? Can you show me what you're doing? That's how I learned about like the CI/CD pipeline. That's how I learned about just being social within the community. And it's like, it gets like infectious, right? I mean, it's the idea that like when you first start joining a group, you don't only become friends with them, but after like a couple of weeks of just showing up every week, you start to become one of the crew members. They start to see you every week, and then someone else pops over and says, hey, I see you here every week. What do you do? And then they say, oh, that's pretty cool. We also meet up with a different group on like Thursday nights or something. So now like what started out as like a weekly Monday night thing with a group slowly gets you introduced to the Thursday night group. Then you go to the Thursday night group, then that introduces you to like the Saturday hack day, or like the Sunday hackathon. And so like you start to like slowly kind of like seep through and just drift around these different communities. And they're small, a 4, 5, 6 person dev team, but that's all you need to do it, but it's about the full immersion. You can't learn a language unless you have full immersion. You're not going to learn a language doing something 30 minutes a day. So, you got to really, like fully immerse yourself in it. So, that's how I did it. I would just read books during the day, go to meetups in the afternoon. I took lessons at night. Then I would publish my website, before I went to sleep, all my repo, or on my GitHub or whatever. And you do that every day. So, can you name some books that you were talking about? Yeah. Okay. See here. Let me just grab the books. Really. Well, I can show you on the browser. It's probably better if I just show you though. Oh. Sorry, my my mic was off. Okay, so this is not. Yeah, sorry, Case. This is not code per se, but this is actually what helped me out a lot. It's my CTS book. So this is my cert. It's so CTS is Certified Technology Specialist. It's the idea that like, okay, so when you're writing code, you have to understand that the code is one part of a whole, right? The code is just like is just the file. But if you look at the whole data flow of where the code goes through, and I actually did a video about that too. So like over here, it's actually not uploaded yet. It's the idea of, it's called the OSI model. And it's this. It's the idea that a piece of code, that any data I'm trying to find like a high def version. These are all kind of like, well, I guess this is fine. That's not what I want. I guess this is fine. Okay. So when you push out code, it's not just being sent from computer to computer. I mean, it is, but there's a whole pipeline of where that's going through. It's going through cables. It's going through software. It's going through hardware. It's going through mainframes. It's going through all types of stuff before it gets from point A to point B. So this idea of like CTS is kind of like based on that concept of like understanding kind of like the data flow of like, where things are headed, or like of like where things go. It's all things of like IP addressing, whatever. Okay, so that's the one. Here we have another one that I study. It's called my CompTIA A+. Again, this is not really code per se. It's more like IT. It's more like the infrastructure of, it's more of the information technology. But this has been a big one for me. And then also this, if I wanted to learn, I got Cracking the Code interview. And this woman wrote probably one of the best books in the world for like, this is more like, someone says that, like, how do you, like write me a coding formula for, okay, so write me code in JavaScript to find me all of the letter A's in this sentence. And like you have to like really like understand not just the code, but also the logical thinking of like, okay, just because you're really good at writing code, or like just because like you're really good at maybe shooting like a 3-pointer in basketball, that's not the whole equation, right? There's a whole thing of like of being creative. Like you have a problem here, right? Like, you know, there are like 3 defenders on your left side and 2 defenders on your right side. And so like how do I get to the basket? And it's not just a simple just go straight. I mean, sometimes it is, but the idea of like writing code is like it's not always a simple explanation of like you just do this. Sometimes you have to really get in there and like really think like, okay, I have a problem here of like, you know, what code do I need to write in order to solve some of these problems? You know, to make my website load faster, or to maybe have the search form you know, be more efficient so that I don't have to pay so much money to send data back and forth, right? Or maybe to make my React code components more, you know, I guess just like easier. It just, there's just so much to code. But these are 3 things that help me out a lot. I do some like I did some like website coding stuff too, where I would go to like what was it called? It's like it's like a coding wars kind of thing, you know? So like this, it's not really code wars per se, but there's another one that's like this. It's this idea of like, you know, like that they present you a problem and you have to solve the problem in like a couple minutes. So, you know, like the war part of it is like you versus another person. And, you know, you want to sharpen your skills to try and get, you know, to try and beat the other person. It's just a fun little game. It's like the gamification of writing code. This helped me out a little bit. I'm telling you, the big me for writing code that helped me out in my development by far and away was just being part of a developer team. So I was on a team of people, about 5-6 developers. We met up every week. We built an app. I can show you. It's this. Let me see if I can show you. So, it's going to make me sign in. Okay, here we go. So, over here, like the way that I did it. Like, let me see if I can, if it's even in here. Flask. So, yeah, here. So, Flask. So, this is the team that I was a part of. They're called Flask. And if you go to Flask, is it .me, I think? I believe so. Yeah. So, if you go to flask.me, it's basically a website. I want to say block, but it's a website that locates all of the water fountains in Philadelphia. And you're thinking like, okay, like how did this help you? Well, there's so much here. If I click on this, on this icon here, it's giving me all these data points of like, where is this water fountain located? You know, then there's just so many. There's just so much data that we're pulling here in real time. So being part of that team actually helped me out a lot. Here I'm learning like, you know, like Google Maps. I'm doing API calls. I'm doing backend server calls. I'm writing React code components. I'm learning how to like make this search bar. I'm learning how to make my image files as small as possible so that we're not paying top dollar or penny for every like API call going back and forth. We're learning things like, just like data key pairing for our database. We're doing like Mongo stuff. There was just so much here where I could probably have learned this all on my own over the course of 10 years, but I learned it all within like a few months of just being part of a dev team. I'm learning things, they're learning things. We're all just having fun together. So that's busy. I hope that answers your question. I don't necessarily, I wouldn't really recommend the CompTIA A+ thing. I mean, it helps if you want to get certified in something, but I only did it because at the time I was an IT technician at a college and I just wanted to invest in myself, basically. So if that's the route that you wanted to go, that's great. But in terms of writing code, this helps, I think, like understand, I guess, like the foundations of where your code lives, right? Like it's more about like understanding the wires and the physical foundation of code, understanding, you know, where all of like, you know, like just like the idea of the internet. I mean, like, it's not invisible, right? I mean, it's actually like a physical space, right? I mean, it's colleges and universities and buildings, each passing data back and forth throughout the world. And so the idea of like when you understand, I think like the structure, the setup of how the internet works, and IP addressing, and you know, I guess like the makeup of it, then I guess that helps you, I guess, learn a little bit more about like, you know, but there's a lot here. It's like, I mean, this is like learning like how like computers work and how RAM works. And, you know, how should I, I'm trying to think things off the top of my head. You know, it goes back to like when you try to explain something and you have so many answers, you can't think of any answer. I don't know, like, okay, so like remote desktop, you know, like how does that work? You know, memory diagnostic, you know, like how to fix any like memory issues that your computer might have. So not really a coding thing, it's more like a troubleshooting thing. So that's what the CompTIA is and what your CTS is. See, I'm rambling. CompTIA is like the troubleshooting of things, of like if something goes wrong. CTS is like the installation of things. So like I would use my CTS experience to like know how to create like if you've ever seen like those like TV matrix walls, you know, like here, like TV monitor wall, you know, like something like this. I guess like that would be good. Here, okay, like this. So something where it's like, I guess give us a minute. Oh, it's taking a while to load. Okay, so like I'm clicking on all the like here. I guess this kind of works. This works, but not really. The idea of like having like 6 or 7, or in my case, it would be like a stadium. So it would be like having like maybe like 50 panels, and you're wiring all those panels together so that these aren't 6 separate monitors. I mean, they can be if you want them to be, but you would also make it so that like this can be just one screen. And so now we're getting into like doing like matrices, right? Like the idea of like creating a matrix so that like all this kind of works. And if you look behind these TVs, it's just a spaghetti of just cables and wiring. So, but then there's, but except there's logic that goes into this. So you can, and I did, is like you can write code, and you would have to write code so that monitor 1 and monitor 2 speak to monitor 3, or you can turn off monitor 5 or monitor 6 if you wanted to. So someone needs to write that code of that logic, and that's kind of like what like your CTS is. So that's setting things up, and CompTIA is like troubleshooting things. And then for this cracking the code interview, this is more like the creative, you know, how do I get out of jail? You know, like, you know, I have a website that needs to have a problem solved. It's like, I got to think of something fast. You know, how do I think creatively as a software developer? So, you know, that's, those are 3 things that helped me. It's really just been on a dev team though, more than anything. Which title of the book? The one that I have, so this book, man, I'm going are we going on a 2-hour shoot here? The one that I have here on my CompTIA, he's the best in the world. His name's Mike Myers. Yeah. Mike Myers, Meyers. The book itself is like, you know, visually disgusting. You know, I don't really care for the design, but you can't judge a book by this cover, because this is it's like it's 1,400 pages. It's a 1,400 page labyrinth. It's actually more than that. It says it goes up to page 14. It goes up to page 1,524. So, but a lot of that is like the index of the book. Yeah. So Mike Myers, he's a monster. He has a code on, he has I think that he has a Udemy course, which actually helps me out a lot. The Linode YouTube channel is, I mean, if you want really quick, good videos on things, Linode's YouTube channel is free. And I'm not, it's going to sound like I'm saying it just because like I'm at Linode, but I'm telling you, like, the content that we pump out on our YouTube channel is really, really good. It's like, it's just well written. The people that we have are really good. Really some cool topics. So yeah, I would check out the YouTube channel as well. So let's see. I won't join a website, Adam, but you know, I appreciate the offer. Man, so you and Turkey are just ganging up, trying to get me to join. Let's see. Okay, thank you, peeps. Can someone say names of all books? Yeah, listen, I'm not exactly like, so to answer your question here, I'm not super loyal on all these books. There are many, many good books. And I feel like I feel like most of these books, I mean, even possibly all three, might not pertain to you unless you want to do like, be like an IT professional, or if you want to like if you want to like write code for like stadiums, right? For like TV monitors, like a giant jumbotron. If that's what you wanted to do, it's never something that I wanted to do particularly. So, although it's fun, you know, but it's work, you know. I mean, it's a lot of, you know, yeah. Oh man, okay. Oh yeah. So I'm getting another comment there. Let me see here. Okay, so wait, Shaban, wait, you were here earlier. I don't think. Are you sure you're new here, or are you just trying to get me to stay on until 3? I'm going to do a hard stop at 3 though. Okay, because I'm running out of water. Let's see. These Linode shirts look fine. Yeah, they're not only like super awesome, but they're so comfy. I'm wearing another shirt underneath though, because it's a little bit chilly outside. But I have so many lights and things here that it's like it's generating a little bit of heat. So my light sources here, and they tend to keep me warm. Then when the lights turn off, it gets cold again. Let's see here. It is always sunny in Philadelphia. I must admit. Let's see what else we got here. Cool. Thanks, Sarvam. I'm glad that you loved it. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, there are multiple Stubhams. Okay. Got it. How did you find such dev teams? Did you find them at your university? No, I didn't find them anywhere. A friend of mine. So I said to my friend, "Hey, is there a coding group here in Philadelphia?" And he says, "Yeah, like just check out. It's called Code for Philly." And then that's when I was in. But if I didn't even know about that, I could have just used like meetup.com and found coding people there. You know, like if you go to meetup.com, you know, like on here, you can search, you can find coding. Like if I type in coding here, you know, there's a coding group somewhere for someone somewhere all around the world. So this is actually what I used. And I wasn't part of like just one coding group. I was part of maybe about 3 or 4. I think one was for Python. I was on one for JavaScript. I was on one for the mean stack. I was on one for Linode. Oh, let me talk about that. Linode has a meetup.com group too. Like here. So if you go to meetup.com and you search Linode on their front page, .com. So yeah, over here. So what do you want to do on the bottom here? Just if you just type in Linode, mistyped it, Linode. We have a group here. So it's our New York City group, but they have meetups in Philadelphia. I think now because of COVID, everything's kind of virtual now. But yeah, so Hackersploit, you might be familiar with Hackersploit. He's on our YouTube channel here. There he is there. he talks about SSH and security and cybersecurity and all. So he has a lot of great videos too. So, let me actually turn it on. The audio was playing in my ear right there. And let me get out of this one, and then get out of this one, and then yeah. So let me see if meetup.com/Linode, if this works. No, that doesn't. What about Linode New York City? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that works. If you're based in New York City, you type in meetup.com/Linode-MIC. Let me see if it's case sensitive. No, it's not good. Okay. And then do they have PA also? Or I think it's Philly. Let me see Philly. Philly. How about Phila? There we go. How about Philadelphia? They definitely have a meetup in Philadelphia because I've been to it. I've spoken at it before. Okay. Well, I can't seem to find it, but let me go here. Let me see. No, just that one. Oh, here. Yeah, here. Linode Philadelphia. Oh, it is. It was Linode dash. I typed that in. Okay. Well, meetup.com/Linode-Philadelphia. And it's not case sensitive. Yeah. So you can either type in Linode-Philadelphia or Linode-NYC. And those are our two Linode groups where you can meet up and code. Linode has a hack day where we do work for Global Day of Code. That was really fun. On that day, this is about a year, about maybe 9 or 10 months ago, where we did unit testing. So it's the idea of like writing the code and then so you write your app, right? But then you write a unit test to test if the app passes all of the parameters that you want it to pass. So that's what we did at the previous Linode Global Day of Code in Philadelphia. You can hear I'm like really losing my voice. I'm almost at the end. We have, did I say 3 o'clock hard stop? I thought it said 2:53. It says 2:33. I'm running out of water. Okay. Let's see. We just crossed 1:30. Okay, yeah. So at 1:30, I think that's where I got to end it. At 1 hour 30 minutes was actually 2:31, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna shout out Adam. I'm gonna hope this is a legit URL. It's majorleaguehacking.io, so I'm guessing it's probably fine. Let's see. Shriek says, my dude, I can't emphasize this enough, but this has been one of the most informational yet fun sessions I've attended, and the bar is high with Major League Hacking. No kidding, man. Are you, or woman? I mean, thanks so much. That's so cool. Okay. Hey, Julian Lee, can you please tell the check-in code? Yeah. I think the check-in code is just Linode. That's what everyone's been saying, right? You're saying, yeah. Okay, cool. Check-in code. I'm going to say the check-in code's Linode because I'm getting a shout out here. Not shout out, but like Melon says, what's the check-in code? And then Shriek and Starkazar are throwing down Linode. So yeah. So I like these chat call outs. So hold on. I'm getting a few more PMs. So for the private chats, you're gonna have to hit me up on Slack. Only because like if I see it here on my desktop, then everyone can see it. So that's all. Let me see here. Or you can send me an email. I guess that works too. I'm trying to think if I can. Yeah. Well, so. The problem with the private chat is like I'm sharing my external monitor. So my external monitor works every day for the past probably 6 years. Never had any problem with it. I set it up today. I turn it on. It's right here. It's not on right now. This monitor here. I turn it on, and it doesn't work because it says that something, like display link mode is not working today or something. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, right? Like it works every day, and then like the one day when I got to go live, it doesn't work. So my external monitor is not working, so I can't even see any. That's why I'm so everything I'm seeing is what you're seeing because I don't have an external monitor right now. So we are one now together. So, that's all. Was it running when it wasn't running Windows? It's running like their own, like, I don't know. It's not that good. I get upset because my Twitter handle or Linode's Twitter handle is Twitter is just at Linode. My Twitter handle, I mean, this is my name. It's just my first four letter. It's Walt and then Rib. So, it's the first name, then first three letters of my last name, Walt Rib. And then Linode's is linode.com/ or is twitter.com/Linode. So so Nubago, what we're discussing. Should I do the demo a third time and then we're done? I'm going to do a hard stop at 3. I was supposed to be done at 1:30. So wait, but then like, aren't there other streams going on for Major League Hacking? I feel like I don't want to take the microphone from someone, but I'm not getting any messages that someone's like waiting for me. Like no one's telling me to get off, I don't know. So let me see. Oh, here, I'm getting it. Okay. So the next stream isn't until 3:30. Oh, thanks, Mary. You're okay. You are so kind. Should we just hang out till 3:30? Make this a sleepover? Let me see if I can. Let me think of a game that we can play. Like I have here. No, it's usually this long, so you have lots of time. They're always this long. Okay. Okay. Well, here I'm trying to think if I can grab a let's see, Wheel of Fortune. I have. You're gonna think this is crazy. I have a Wheel of Fortune game locally on my computer somewhere. 12 a.m. here in India, so literally a sleepover. Yeah. Okay. Wait, where is it? So for this for this challenge, Among Us. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think of a computer. What is the checking code for Linode? It's just Linode. I'm trying to think of like a fun. Let me think of Okay. Okay. Here. How about this? Okay. Here. I got it. Let's do this. Let me go and we'll do. Let me grab this. Okay, so I'm thinking of. Let's go here. All right. So that's too big. Let me make that a little bit smaller. Okay, so we're going to play developer hangman. Okay, so let me actually. Well, I don't know if that works, but okay. So, all right. So, do you know how this works? So let me grab this over here. Okay, so I'm thinking of, let's see. Okay, so here. Okay, so there's how many letters I'm thinking of. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'm also trying to do it with like mouse art. Here, I'll make it a little bit thicker. Okay, so anyone want to guess? Anyone want to guess a letter? So I'm trying to think how this would work, right? Like how would I kill another hour? Okay, so here we have R. Okay, so there's no R's. Okay, so we already guessed R. There's no R's. We guessed G. You know what? There is a G. Let me actually put that in here. I gotta make this a little bit thinner. Okay. So there's a G here. Okay. Let's see. We got A there. Oh, there is an A here. Okay. That's the ugliest A in the world. There's no E. E's are out. Let's see. Ishim says S. There's no S's. Shriek says hacking. That's correct. Yes, it's hacking. This is the worst. I'm trying to do this with my mouse. This is so difficult. Oh, I gotta add the people whenever you get something wrong. Okay. So here, you all got to do this collectively then. So I'm putting the wrong things here. I gotta do it here. Let's do this. Let's go back in here. Here, yeah. So wait, let me grab another one. Okay, so here, it's not gonna be Hangman. It's gonna be called Computer Man. How's that? So like instead of drawing something being hung, it's like let's just like if I finish drawing a computer, then you know, like what's a computer look like? We'll have it look like this with like three memory slots, and I don't know, and a monitor and a keyboard. How's that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've 6 things that you can't get wrong. Okay. Okay. So how's that? Let's go. Okay. So let me think of another one. Okay. So. Okay. It's another 7 letter. Oh no, this one's 8. This one's 8 letters. Add a mouse. Okay. So then we'll add a mouse. So we have 3 memory slots, the tower, the monitor, the keyboard, and then the mouse. So whatever that is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7. You have 7 things that you can get wrong. Okay. So there is a C here. Okay. What's your next guess? Oh, okay. There's no O. So I'm going to draw the computer tower. There is no A. That's your first memory slot. There is a T. Okay. We already said A. Is that an uppercase I or an L? R. There's an R here. Alienware logo. Yeah. I. Okay. So yes, there's an I here. Let's see what else we got. No more? Everyone's stuck? K, there's no K. Another memory slot. There's an E here. There's no N. We're at 3 memory slots. Next is the monitor. You gotta get this right. Oh, D. No. We now have a computer screen. There's a Y here. Okay. H. There's no H. We now have a mouse. Come on. There's an S here. If I draw a mouse, then you all lose. You were 1 away from losing the game. Wow, that came down to the wire. That was a tough one. All I needed was this little mouse here, and you would have lost. You know, a little mouse going in here, and it would have been a sad browser. You know, a sad computer screen. You know. And we call ourselves hacker. Yeah. So, wait, so what happens? So if I turn off the screen, the stream, what happens from 3 to 3:30? Does the channel just get hosted, or is there a coming soon screen or something? Last minute victory. You guys really pulled it out. I have to admit. Nothing. Okay. The craziness is in Discord till then. Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. The void. Nothing. We get a break. Oh, yeah. We should do a 30-minute break, right? Let's see. You can end it as soon as you'd like. We don't mind having downtime on the stream, Mary. Okay, okay. Then I'm gonna end it at 2:50. I'm gonna end it in 4 minutes. But this isn't a sad face now. It's now a happy face because you all solved it. Basically, every hackathon is a last minute pull. Okay. Because it goes throughout the day, to be honest. Yeah, it's a true marathon of a hackathon. Got it. So, yeah, that's how it is. I was part of many hackathons. I was at hackathons that lasted for, 4 or 5 days. I'm thinking to switch to Bahaj though. I don't know what that is. So should I join? Okay. It really shows you your capacity. My capacity, what? To think of hand computer names? I don't know. Let's see. Oh man, please do. What's? Oh, okay. So you're saying should you join Blahaj, and you're saying please do that. The hackathons show developers their limits. Oh, gotcha. Okay. No, it's good. Listen. If the one thing, this is important too, because like the way I got really good at writing code is like you get really good at surrounding yourself by people who are so much better than you. Like you want to be limited in what you can do and like if you're writing code that's super easy for you, then you're not improving. I mean, it's fine to be writing easy code. Like not everything needs to be super difficult, but yeah, it's just like it's good to be challenged. So, it's like when you're working out, like you make the gains when you tear the muscle, right? Like these like micro tears. You want to like slowly just challenge yourself and get better at it. So we have people from IBM talking about mainframes. Okay. Okay. So is it pronounced blah AJ? Like blah blah blah, like just chatting. While there are guilds in the hackathon, people can join guilds to interact with people. Obviously, the best one is wind in our chest hair because it has me. Okay. Blahaj. Well, Harg. No, it's Blahaj. It's Blahaj. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. Blahagajang is number 1 right now. Just saying. Blahagajang? What is that? Blahag? I'm like fascinated. I want to go check it out, but I don't want to do it in the middle of a stream. It's a guild. Okay. All right. Do you ever, you probably don't remember. Do you remember The Guild, the internet show that was with Felicia Day? It was like it was like old school internet. It was like 2008. 2009. I don't know. So let's see. Someone dropped a link. Okay. All right. So there, it's 2:50. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the broadcast. Let me just say I hope that this helped you all somehow in some little way. Thanks for letting me hang out with you all. I think we had a lot of fun. We did some all right, Ruben. I said Ruben, is that right? I was pretty close. It's Rublin. The font is so small because the computer's away from me. Let me bring it a little bit closer. Good. I'm glad that yeah. I had a pretty good time too. Blahaj is an IKEA product. Okay. That's what you meant by AWSM. You said awesome. Okay. When you wrote that earlier, I thought you meant I thought you were referring to I thought you were referring to me talking directly into the microphone, like that. It was like a ASMR thing. but it was AWSM, and it just wasn't connecting with me up here. I've never seen it written like that, but I should have known. Amazing session. Thank you. Cool. Yes, that's ASMR. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So let's just recap for those who are new, and then we'll just close up shop. So if you wanted to join a computer group, a really good way of doing it is you can go to meetup.com. Linode has two really good groups. They have one at Linode at meetup.com/Linode-NYC. There's also /Linode Philadelphia. Maybe I just spelled Philadelphia wrong earlier. Yeah, it's working now. So that's one way of getting really good at writing code. GitHub was a quick way of me. Once you're part of a group, it's a way of me using GitHub or GitLab to kind of work with the group off hours, so we can just push repos back and forth. That got me really good at writing code. The OSI model, again, this is like a CTS CompTIA plus thing of like learning the pathway that data travels, because it's not just like from computer to computer. It's data travels through before it gets from me to you. Even right now, like sending packets over the internet, it's going through cables, software, hardware. It's doing all this in real time, and it's just crazy. Almost real time. It's probably maybe a 2-second delay. 2,000 millisecond delay, because data travels. Okay, so Linode has the best documentation that you could ever ask for. If you go to linode.com and then you can just search our website, type in most of any search term that you type in, it's going to show up here. That would help you out. Our Twitter page is twitter.com/Linode. And our YouTube channel is youtube.com/Linode. In fact, here, I'll just type in youtube.com/Linode. This is what you'll see on the front page. And yes, that's me over here kind of doing a little, hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. And then the last two parts is, I guess I'll talk here about the pricing. If you want to see our pricing, we're all very transparent here at Linode for what our services cost. So here, if you go to linode.com/pricing, that has all of your links here, or all of your information here for what things cost. And then if you want to get your free credit, which why wouldn't you want to, you would just go to linode.com/hackday, and that takes you to this page, and you would sign up using your email account here. It's $100 credit free that you use to try out Linode. So there's that. And then almost at the end here, we have a marketplace for one-click installs of a lot of things: Minecraft servers, cPanel, Nextcloud, Jitsi, Docker, Kubernetes, Django, Flask, MeanStack, MernStack, WiredGuard. Should I keep going? Virtual admin, TF2, Yacht. I mean, so much stuff here. We have community things that you can contribute. We have stack scripts. So if you wrote a bash file that helps you fire up your server, and it just automates your life just a little bit more, you can write a stack script once, publish it to the community, or you don't have to make it public if you don't want to. You can keep it private, but you can publish it to the community, and then now you're part of a community stack script. Just know that when you push your bash script as a community stack script, you can never delete it. You can never take it down. It's part of the Linode, of the arsenal of stack scripts. So, just make sure that the code's working correctly before you push it. So there's that. Everything from LAMP. So here we have stack scripts on LAMP, VPN, MySQL, Ubuntu. There's so much here that we have. And then finally, let me go here. We have our data centers. We have 11 throughout the world. So wherever you're living, we probably have one that's pretty close to you, whether you live in America or in Europe or in Asia. And that's it. So that's what we did today. Thanks so much for hanging out. To recap on the other two things, for setting up your website with your $100 credit from Linode, you can set up a website using this Linode here. I was saying invalid token. you can just click here, Linode, or you can set up a website using object storage. This here with your server here, it would be an Apache server. Then you would use your Lish console, fire that up, and now you're talking to the server without using SSH, which is really cool. The other way of doing it is through object storage. Just remember that when you create a bucket, a bucket within your object storage, you need to delete the files within the bucket first, then delete the bucket, then go into your account and turn off object storage. So I'll do that right now really quick. Let's see, delete. Let me go back here to object storage, and let me just check out this one too. I'll delete this one, and I'll delete this one. Go back here. I'll delete that. Let me see, Vault bucket. Oh, and also, when you're getting charged for these things, just know that with our object storage, $5 per month for up to 250 megabytes, which is awesome. This one, delete them. So I'm just showing you how easy it is to delete these. And then now, if you want to stop getting billed completely, you have to go into your account right here and just turn off object storage there. And that's it. Thanks so much for everyone for letting me hang out. Yeah, it's not local hack day. It's just hack day. Yeah. So let me see. You would go into linode.com/hack day. And it's right there. So yeah, I don't think that the local thing worked. Yeah, so it's this. That's correct. All right, so thank you so much, everyone. Let me just make sure I'm not leaving anyone. Let me see. I'm glad. So it's saying that I teach very well. I'm glad. I feel bad because Linode only said do this until from 1 to 1:30, and I'm going to 3 o'clock. I feel like it's like I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. I hope I don't get yelled at hanging out and teaching everyone for a couple hours. It's fun. I like teaching. It's fun hanging out with you all. Okay. I don't know. I'll find out. I'll find out tomorrow. Cool. All right, Ruben. I'm glad. Let me just double check my PMs again. And okay. Doesn't seem to be a problem. All right, so we have 3 minutes to 2. Yeah, let's do this. Actually, it's got to be 3:01, right? I started at 1:01. You know. Should we do a 60-second countdown? Now we'll learn music too from your. Okay. Are there any students who can contribute to Linode, maybe via blog, meetup, etc.? Oh, we do have. I'm trying to think. There are many times when I see a call for like authors that we need for the website. I don't know everything particularly. Let's do it together. I hate going off script, but Linode authors. Like here, I don't know. Where was it? I mean, it might have been in like careers. Like they're always looking for. No, I don't see it. No. Once in a while. Oh, here. No. Once in a while, I'll see like a call for like, we need, like technical writers. So if you wanted to contribute, that would be a good opportunity. So I hope that helps somehow. All right, so it's almost 3:01. At 3:01, I'm gonna have to click on end broadcast. But let me make sure I'm not highlighting any other comments here. Can you tell us in your Twitter about that? Yeah, I mean, yeah, like so. I'll talk about more stuff on Twitter if you want me to. I don't have all the answers though. That's why I'm trying to be very mindful of not answering every question, but the ones I can answer, I'm happy to answer. Yeah. So, all right. So thanks so much, everyone. I hope you all had a fun time. I had a blast. What was supposed to only be 30 minutes turn into 2 hours. So again, thanks for being a part of the Linode community. Thanks for checking out Major League Hacking. Thanks for all of your awesome questions and participating. I'm glad that everyone's a number one. I like I was saying, I hope that if you were 2 or 3 today, I hope that you're a number one now. Yeah, so we only have 30 seconds left. So, it was great. Bye. All right, cool. All right, Siddharth. So thanks so much for everyone. I hope that you learned a lot. And any questions, remember, support@linode.com. They're awesome. Docs@Linode is awesome. And you can always send them a message on Twitter. They're very quick to get back to you, and they care. So that's it. And I care. So I hope that this helps you all. So, okay, it's 3:02. We're overtime. This will be back at 3:30. I think that's what Mary was saying. So take a break, hang out, maybe talk to a couple friends, add Blahaj, whatever. And quick 28-minute break, and then, crash back here at 3:30, and let's get this get this party started again. I won't be here at 3:30 though. Hope you were in more streams. Okay, well, yeah, maybe they'll have even more streams. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe because I go too long. But anyway, all right. So I'll see everyone. Have a great week, and thanks for everything. Bye.